The presidents of South Africa and the Democratic Republic of Congo met in Pretoria yesterday. According to an update on the official South African government's X page, Cyril Ramaphosa and Félix Tshisekedi were expected to discuss issues of mutual interest and look at ways to strengthen ties. The Congolese leader, who was accompanied by some members of his cabinet, arrived days after a peace conference hosted by the foundation of former South African President Thabo Mbeki. The DRC government declined to attend that event because members of the M23 rebel group were present. The Congolese army has been fighting the M23 in the country's east for months now, with peace efforts ongoing. We're joined by Sandile Swana, a political and governance analyst based in Johannesburg. Sandile, thank you for joining us. What are your thoughts on the Peace Forum in South Africa attended by the M23 but not the DRC president?
Yes, the president of the DRC, Tshisekedi, refused to attend the summit, which is a forum, really, an annual meeting of people who are interested in the development of peace and security across Africa as a whole. He indicated that he wouldn't attend on the basis that Thabo Mbeki and his team are biased, although it is public knowledge that Kabila, the previous president of the DRC, has been hosted in this country and has interacted with Mbeki, the media and major intellectuals here. Also, the presence of MR23 to hear concepts that could be useful in the creation of peace in the DRC. There was not going to be a contract negotiated out of there. It was of an intellectual nature.
Right. So help us understand how different this process is compared to other peace initiatives.
At the moment, Ramaphosa, the peace initiatives would be negotiated by and large by the presidency of Ramaphosa and the state of South Africa. The previous one that, for instance, the Thabo Mbeki Foundation tries to say if the people of the Congo must move forward, they must go back to the Sun City Agreement, which did have some positive impacts and may have needed to be expanded and improved upon. After that, Tshisekedi and Ramaphosa have thought that there could be a military solution to the problems of the Congo, and they've been defeated in that. So somebody, whether it will be Ramaphosa or Mbeki, needs to say there is a diplomatic solution that needs to be put on the table, not a military solution. I do not think that the USA is going to want to spend military force enforcing a military solution there either. So the only solution on the table should be a diplomatic solution. And we don't have one at the moment.
What do you make of the decision by President Tshisekedi to meet Ramaphosa? I mean, how well is South Africa placed to help resolve the DRC conflict?
South Africa, the conflict itself is in a problem to be solved by South Africa. But in terms of the visit by Tshisekedi, remember that we have a lot of Congolese people in South Africa. There is trade between South Africa and the Congo, so that needs to be kept healthy. On the side of the conflict, South Africa doesn't get along, the current presidency doesn't get along that well with President Kagame. On the one hand, we don't get along well with President Trump, who appears to be befriending Tshisekedi. So our ability to help the Congolese to find their own solution does call for South Africa to dig deep into their own diplomatic resources to be able to bring all these conflicting. Rwanda, on the other hand, the USA, Tshisekedi, as well as the Kabila faction, if we want to call it that, the MR23. So it's a long way to go, actually.
Oh, thank you very much for sharing those perspectives with us.